Hello, 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 and welcome. Welcome to 60 Plus to 6 p.m. podcast. I'm your host, Nini. Today is Car Chronicles, and today's episode is regarding the closing of the Department of Education. As we all know, today they are closed. Everybody that worked there had to be out by 6 p.m. yesterday. I want to first start out by giving a shout out to all the graduating seniors. The closing of the Department of Education is going to affect their futures. Okay, seniors of this year, class of 2025, that have been accepted into colleges and the Pell Grant is included into their packages to help downsize the cost, it's in limbo. So there were tons and tons of families millions of families waking up this morning heartbroken and trying to figure out how they're going to send their kids off to college. It's shameful. It's disgusting what's happening now with this administration. They came after the veterans. They came after our health care. They're coming after our Social Security, our seniors. Now they're coming after our kids and grandkids and nieces and nephews. Yeah. Okay. So it's a halt on all that. Okay, any parents with children of disability that are using state funds for IEP plans and 504k plans, all that's on the halt. That's as a standstill. And we all have two people to think, and I think everybody on this that is watching this know the two people. And for all the diehard supporters of this administration, I was online last night and they were saying, "Oh, it's entitlement. It's just for the African American DEI." Okay, let me tell you something. My daughter in high school was friends with a group of girls from all different races, and their goal was to go to school and become teachers, right? Okay, and they used the Pell Grant, and the whole group was not African American. Okay, so that's a lie. And to say that giving out Pell Grants to students that rightfully deserve it is not fair. It's a lie. It's not waste. It's not fraud. These students are going off to college, giving back to their communities within the United States, whether it's Florida, New Jersey, New York, Washington. Okay, we're talking about discontinuing education for doctors, nurses, teachers. Okay, and it's going to affect our economy. We're already been hit hard, but we're finna get hit really hard. We need our kids educated. Now, there are millions of people that have made it and been successful without education, but there are also millions of students that want to pursue education and are pursuing careers that without a doubt need to be educated in that field. So yeah, to all the Trump voters, it's on you. And let me tell you something. Do not think for once that it's not affecting this administration voters, people that voted for this administration. It's hitting them. It's hitting them too this morning. Okay? Because even middle class, high-end middle class families use the Pell Grant. Because guess what? They have other kids, they have bills, and everything else going on. Okay? And college, if you know, college is very expensive. It's like a bank now. My daughter graduated from FAU, and it was not cheap, okay? Even with a Pell Grant, I had to come out of my pocket, okay? I'm talking about before she could step foot on that campus, okay? So, and she's a teacher now. She's giving back, okay? She's a teacher. So, it wasn't entitlement. It was a necessity to keep our economy going, to keep this world moving, okay? And I want you guys, I'm tickled because Even though it's not even funny, but you have to laugh. The head of education have absolutely no background in education. She is actually the co-founder of the WWE. She bought that position. Just like DOGE administrator, the man in charge of DOGE bought that position. The head of education is the co-founder of the WWE. Google her. Her name is Linda McHans. Google her, the head of education. It is not. I look at my stories. I put it in my stories, I think. If not, I'm going to. She has no clue how to run that department. No clue. And she is destroying. You know what? No. The head of DOGE is destroying our kids' future and our grandkids and our nieces and great nieces and nephews and so on. Yeah, our friend kids, you know, and just destroying their future. And this is not an entitlement. And people of color are not the only ones that use the Pell Grant. Like I said, middle class working families, 2 paychecks, use the Pell Grant. College is expensive. I know. I put my child through college, okay? And there was scholarships, the Pell Grant, and cash, okay? So, yeah, I had to downsize when my daughter went off to college. Yeah, it's so don't assume that it's only for Africa. Everybody of all races benefit from the Pell Grant. It helps. Now, please take the time to Google the head. You think RJ, what is RF Kennedy? Yeah, Junior. You think he a joke being the head of the health department. Go and Google the head of education. Clueless. They were put there to follow orders from DOGE. They knew what they were doing. Shame on everyone that voted for this administration. But you know what? Karma. Because it's affecting their families and their livelihoods too. Not just Democrats. I'm talking about the whole entire United States that is being affected by these cuts. Okay? So, yeah, the Department of Education. Wow. I'm going to have more on this later. I am out and about. This is part 1. We'll continue about what's going on at the Department of Education, student loans, Pell Grant, what is really seriously at a standstill. But I do know the Pell Grant is at a standstill and that the Department of Education is closed today. What a nightmare. We are officially a third world country. Okay? Yeah, the United States. You all have a great hump day. I'll be back later. This is Nene. I am your host, and this is 60 Plus at 6 p.m. podcast. You all have a great day. Take one day at a time.